Are there any statements? I call the member for Baulkham Hills.
Thank you, Mr Acting Speaker, and pay tribute to the member for Wyong's contribution then about the role of the sub-branch and the RSL. He did fail to mention the peacekeepers that served in Bougainville, like the member for Lane Cove and I, but I know that he has great deal of respect for them as well. It was very nice to hear. I'm actually here, Mr Acting Speaker, to inform the House of Two Hills District's greatest community events that occurred over the course of the last week. The Hills Relay for Life and the Hills Rotary Awards occurred last Saturday, Sunday and on Monday night respectively. Both of these events are becoming cornerstones of the Hills community calendar and are much loved across the district. And I recognise in the House, of course, the member for Hawkesbury who joined me on Saturday morning, and it was a beautiful Saturday morning where we commenced the Relay for Life procession at Rice Road Reserve at Castle Hill, which is pretty much on the corner of the electorates of Baulkham Hills, Hawkesbury and Castle Hill, and indeed not far from the electorate of Riverstone. The Hills Relay for Life has been running, pardon the pun, for 12 years, although not for the entire 12 years. It only runs 24 hours once every 12 years, but it does continue to go from strength to strength. This weekend, Hills Relay for Life managed to raise well over $320,000 in 24 hours. $324,000. Now, I paused to highlight to the House that on Saturday morning, when the member for Hawkesbury and I were at the launch, they were saying we're hoping to indeed reach this record, a personal best for this Relay for Life 2013, and raise about $240,000. So as you can see, they beat that by 33%. That's an absolutely staggering amount of money. What a wonderful contribution to the cause of cancer research. All this money goes towards life-saving research that will one day no doubt lead to the many lives being saved. And those of you who have been involved in members that have been exposed to cancer research, and I acknowledge the member for Macquarie Fields who is working with me on a number of cancer events over the course of the next couple of weeks, would know that money raised by the private sector for research often gets better bang for your buck than the government grants because there are less strings attached, and those researchers can push the envelope on their researching. The wide Hills community should be commended for the tremendous effort and outpouring of support for this excellent cause. Each year, the Hills Relay for Life not only raises a large amount of cancer for cancer research, but it pulls together sections of the community out for a day of fun and festivities. This year's Star Wars theme went down a particular treat, and it's also great to see the Hills Relay was able to succeed in its new venue, the Rice Road Reserve. I particular attention to the House 2 acts of support that were noteworthy. 77 brave people had their heads shaved for cancer research, and that should be commended. We suspect that this may be a record. In fact, I can confirm that it is a record, and we are waiting for confirmation from the Guinness World Records to have that down. Further, I'd like to commend the contribution of Jeff Lowe, one of our councillors, who managed to walk the entire 24 hours. Jeff, his life was tragically touched by cancer in the last year as his sister in the United Kingdom was become a victim of cancer. The Hills Relay for Life community needs to be commended in all their efforts in achieving this stellar result. Each year the Hills Relay for Life brings our community together, something that is very special. Fewer charities can have such a wonderful claim to success as the Hills Relay for Life. Another fabulous event in the Hills community was their Rotary Awards. On Monday night, the Hills Kellyville Rotary hosted its Pride of Workmanship and Community Service Awards function. This was an excellent opportunity to recognise the invaluable contribution of people right across our community. I commend the Rotary Club of Hills Kellyville for hosting this excellent awards evening. Among the Community Service Award winners were Paul and Jennifer Leone, Oliver Gadista Musso, and of course William Clark Year 12 student Yannick Fernando. The Pride of Workmanship Awards went to Trent Burnett, Brooke Dempsey and Dr Stephen Pack, who is a local dentist and had an extraordinary tale to tell. I congratulate all the award winners and thank them for the continuous contribution to our Hills community. I commend the Hills Relay for Life and the Hills Club of the Rotary Club of Hills Kellyville, and look forward to their ongoing and much appreciated contribution to my community.
The House will now... Oh, I'll call the Parliamentary Secretary in reply.
Thank you, Mr Acting Speaker. Mr Acting Speaker, can I join in with congratulating all the participants in relation to the Hills Relay for Life, certainly the organisers of the Hills Relay for Life, and especially the current Mayor, Councillor Michelle Byrne, who has been an exceptional supporter in the last couple of years. This was the actual 12th running of the Hills Relay for Life, and during those 12 years they have now raised in excess of $2.3 million. Can I say it has been a wonderful concept since its inception. I believe 12 years ago, when I myself participated in the first running of the Hills Relay for Life on the Castle Hill Showground, that was the first time that Hills Relay for Life had actually commenced, and that there were only 5 councils who participated in that particular running, and the Hills Shire Council were one of those. They continue to this day. Exceptional work, supported strongly by the committee and by the council and the committee, and I certainly encourage all the participants to continue in further for the great work they do on raising money for cancer.